One of them is the Midnight Mission, which is where Christian Galeno spent some time. And he joins us now from Gloria Molina Grand Park. Christian, LA is looking good behind you, and I want to hear about the mission, but let's just start by knowing the temperature. What's it feeling like out there right now in LA?
Hey, Amrit. Yeah, it's definitely hot. Checking out the temperature right now, it's 86 degrees in the high 80s. It definitely doesn't feel like we're in those 80s at all. It feels much, much hotter. Now, imagine the thousands of residents that live in Skid Row. They're left to their own devices and having to deal with this extreme heat that we are currently facing. Now, in Skid Row, the city of Los Angeles has officially opened up one cooling center. So the thousands of residents in Skid Row have to flock to just that one cooling center or any really shade that they can find to really beat the heat. Now, a lot of the shelters in the area have managed to use up the little bit of resources that they can to help out the thousands of residents in Skid Row to provide them with a little bit of respite during this heat wave. As a heat wave smothers Los Angeles, unhoused folks like Sharon Dennis, who find themselves on the streets of Skid Row with no shelter from the heat, must go into survival mode.
It is very hot, very hot. My pressure went up, my sugar level went down, and my blood pressure went up.
Sharon, who's been unhoused for nearly 3 years after being displaced from an assisted living facility, has managed to survive heat waves in the past. Oftentimes, she finds shelter when she has to be hospitalized.
I stay close to the hospitals. I have emergency rooms, and they allow you to come in, get some water, and the doctor check my blood sugar, my blood pressure.
As summers get hotter, Sharon's dyslexia, schizophrenia, and age make it difficult to get by. Skid Row has the highest concentration of unhoused people in LA County, with just a few areas where they can offer some relief. That same area is considered a heat island. Incoming CEO of the Midnight Mission, David Prentice, knows the importance of providing respite for the unhoused who find themselves surrounded by heat-absorbing infrastructure.
If you're in your car and it says 90 degrees outside, on Skid Row it's 99 degrees, to give you or 102 degrees, to give you a perspective on what that looks like.
The Midnight Mission has set up a makeshift cooling center with an ongoing water distribution. And this is just one of the few areas where the unhoused can seek shade and water in Skid Row. Prentice says it's a chance to literally get people out of the streets and hopefully into the services they need.
It's not just come in, sit down, relax, and then go back out on the street. It's let's engage, let's talk, let's find out how you got to the situation you're in, where you would like to go.
These are resources that can soon run out, a challenge that those who fight homelessness like Prentice must face as people like Sharon survive LA's summer heat.
Hotter and hotter, and if I don't get out of here and get the proper care, so I'm not gonna make it. I'm so worried about myself right now.
As rising temperatures smother Los Angeles, it makes life even tougher for people like Sharon.